Day 1 of 365 complete. Day 2, day 3 of day 5, day 6 of day 7, day 8, day 9, day 10, day 11, day 12, day 13, day 14, day 15, day 16, day 17, day 8, day 19, day 20, day 21, day 22, day 23, day 24, day 25, day 20, day 27 of day 20, day 20, day 30, 31 of 365 complete. 1 month down, 11 more to go. So this is my monthly recap. First month, January, out of the way for Bible in a Year, and still working our way through the first part of the Bible. Genesis finished and moved into Exodus, went through Job, now in Leviticus, and still working Proverbs for the foreseeable future. The interesting thing for me is always how different the experience is. So I think this is the third or fourth time I've done Bible in a Year. And every time I catch different things, it's like watching your favorite movie. I've watched, Princess Bride 1,000 times. And there are parts that are just fantastic that I crack up laughing at every single time.
Marriage. Marriage is what brings us together today.
But I usually find something like a little nugget that I didn't catch before. And that's a great experience once you get to know something and you kind of know the order and you've grasped like the macro picture, is then you can pick up on the little micro expressions or the tie-ins to other things, and they kind of lead you down different rabbit holes. And I've really enjoyed that this time. I've done a lot more research into some of the side figures that are mentioned. Obviously we're focusing on Moses, he's really important, but I didn't know that much about Aaron, so I looked into Aaron a little bit more, or the different Abrahamic figures in the first part of Genesis. So those are always really interesting, and I really enjoyed that. The hardest thing for me, honestly, for this month is recording the videos. I'm super awkward about filming in public. That's why I try to do it early in the morning before anybody's awake. It's outside and nobody can see me. I'm pretty self-conscious about it, and I'm not really sure why. I'm not a shy person. I'm pretty open. Obviously I'm putting it out there. I want people to see it, but it just makes me feel weird. Like people are watching me film myself talking to my camera, and then that's just, again, I'm still struggling with that. But that's part of this journey for me, is to be more open with my faith and be proud of my journey along the path towards Jesus. So since I was a kid, I've always had a problem or an apprehension about praying in public. And I don't know if that's because I was Catholic or just because I just didn't want to come across as like forcing my faith on other people. But it's always felt weird for me to just, be at a restaurant and then just bow my head and start praying. Or, even at church when somebody's like, well, who'd like to pray for us? And I'm not putting my hand up. And again, I'm a public speaker. I'm in front of people all the time. I don't have a problem with that. But for whatever reason, I'm super apprehensive about praying out loud in public, even amongst other Christians. And so for me, I'm trying to use this recording, these videos, giving my feedback, and this experience to help me through that apprehension. And the truth is, I've got nothing to be embarrassed about. Okay, maybe I'm a little goofy. Maybe it is a little awkward when you see influencers in the wild or whatever. And sure, I don't want to be lumped in with that necessarily, taking gym selfies or whatever. But I do see the need for me to be proud, for me to be excited, for me to be not only willing but proactive in sharing my faith and seeing that as a good thing and not as impinging someone else's rights or beliefs, but just being open. I'll share one quick story and then I'll let you go. But when I was in college, I had a friend of mine, good friend. He's a great dude, and everything you would want in a friend, like athletic, good looking, had great charisma with men and women. Like, it was just everybody liked him. He's a super fun guy, very upright, and just the kind of guy you want to be like. He was a couple years older than me, and he was really big in like Christian student ministries and all these things, and I just wasn't feeling that. I was a little too cool for that kind of thing, at least in my mind. And so I remember one time he came to my dorm room And he was like, hey, can I talk to you for a minute? And it had a very serious tone. And I was like, sure, yeah, come on, talk to me. And he's like, I want to share my story with you. And I was like, dude, I've known you for like a year. I think I know your story. But he's like, no. I want to share how I was saved. And the first thing I did was roll my eyes.
Here we go again.
Like, I vividly remember the moment. And because he even commented on it, he's like, oh, you've heard this kind of thing before. And I was like, yeah, go ahead and give me your pitch. And the whole time I'm listening, I'm just configuring arguments.
False. Black bear.
Against what he's telling me. And trying to defend why I didn't need to be saved. And like offended that he would even attempt to save me. And I mean, I wasn't rude. I'm not a mean person, so I didn't like slap him down necessarily. But the conversation was very contentious. It was obvious he wasn't getting through to me because I'd completely shut off. And so, you know, we went our separate ways and really weren't very close after that. I mean, we would say hi, but we weren't friends. And so because I closed that door so hard between us, for something I believe in too, which is so ridiculous, we're not friends. I don't know where he is. I don't know what happened to that guy. You know, we could have been best friends. Who knows? But I completely shut that door because I thought I was better than him. I thought I didn't need to be saved. I thought that him sharing his faith and his experience with me was somehow demeaning to me. And that is the most self-righteous, conceited, I don't know, pick any narcissistic word you want and throw it in there, because that's what it was. And I was a jerk.
Yes, you were.
And looking back now, I'm so sad that I missed that opportunity, not just to have a friend. I mean, friends are great and they're really important, but that I missed the opportunity to experience sharing faith in a positive way and seeing that as a good thing. Because now I'm desperate for that kind of interaction. I seek out people who want to share their faith with me and want to talk about their experiences. And I want to share mine. I want to be able to give, especially to younger people, you know, that those mistakes that I've made so that they don't have to do the same things. And so, you know, this whole experience is kind of channeling towards that. So if you see me filming, you know, feel free to drop a comment, make fun of me. I deserve it. I'm goofy. I understand. But that's why I'm doing this. It's not so that, you know, I gain all the followers and that could be an influencer or whatever.
Well, I guess you're an influencer now.
You know, that's nothing to do with it. So in conclusion, I've really enjoyed this month. I haven't missed a day, still going strong. You know, I'm still liking Father Mike's version of the Bible in a Year podcast, and so, you know, I'd recommend that if you're interested. But there's dozens others. It doesn't really matter which one you choose. The focus is consistency and self-reflection. So, see you next month. Good luck.